All right, so Einstein, I believe it was him, said, you're not going to be able to find the solution to a problem in the same consciousness at which found the problem. Yeah. So here's what I'm looking for you to understand. You're not going to be able to manifest from the same identity that is inside of the consciousness of the issue, the problem, right? So what I'm looking for you to understand is in today's video, I'm going to give a deep dive, a complete breakdown on how to introduce an alter ego into your life. You're just now seeing my face. My name is Master Johnson. I love talking about the energetics of business, money, success, bridging with the spiritual laws of the universe. And you know what? There's a whole bunch of martial arts methodology thrown inside of there too. Not the highest quality video, but I promise you this information will do itself for you. So here's what I'm looking for you to understand is there's alter egos. Think about any superhero. I love fucking Iron Man. I pretty much am in this reality, this reality's version of Iron Man. Can't you tell? Like, it's so bad to the point to where my assistant's name is Jarvis. We call him Jarvis. So anyway, back on track. Check it out. What I want you to understand is Iron Man has the Iron Man suit. And then there's Tony Stark. You think of Batman. There's Bruce Wayne. And then there's Batman. You think of Peter Parker. There's Peter Parker. And then there's Spider-Man. Clark Kent. Superman. You can see down the line, they're pretty much polar opposites of one another. So like, stick with me. Peter Parker. The kid's life sucks, all right? Girlfriend gets taken by his best friend, okay? Uncle dies. His photography job or his boss absolutely shits on him all the time, underpays him, screams at him, you're late. And then you got Aunt May, who's just the sweetest, who, ends up dying too. Why not? It's like you look at Peter Parker's life and the kid just can't catch a break. And then you look at his personality character types, right? He's kind of dorky. He's a little bit shy, kind of very awkward. The social skills aren't necessarily there. And then you look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man, quick-witted, strong as hell, confident. He is go-lucky. He's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's everything that Peter Parker is not. Okay, you look at Superman. Everybody knows who Clark Kent is. Hopefully you do. Clark Kent, what does he look like? Works at the Daily Planet, really kind of shy, doesn't want to stand out, wears the glasses, is very much trying to, just fit in, so to speak, yeah? And then homeboy goes into a telephone booth and comes out, and it's Superman. Okay? It's Superman. Superman, he's got the muscles, he's got the hair, he's got the stoic stature. He believes in good and he stands for something and he's willing to kill in order to have peace. He knows what he's fighting for, he knows what he's standing for, and he knows who he has to protect. You look at Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, who is also Batman. Bruce Wayne, really depressed, has no friends, lives his life in a castle. My parents died. Oh, woe is me. And then he seeks vengeance, so to speak, but as Batman. He does whatever he can to protect the city of Gotham from the Joker and everything else. But if you look at Batman, dude, freaking is stacked. You guys get where I'm going with this, right? What I'm looking for you to understand is when Einstein says you're not going to be able to have the solution in the same consciousness that has the issue, the problem, whatever it is, what I am saying is you, my friend, are not going to be able to manifest the money, the clients, the business success, the life that you desire and that you want, coming from a position and coming from a place of lack, worry, doubt, fear, or the awareness of not having. So what if I told you you don't need to reprogram your mind, or you don't need to heal, or you don't need to do this thing in order to have that thing, okay? What if I told you you don't have to do any of that? The only thing you really have to do is use your imagination and your conscious awareness to place your perception and your perspective from an alternate version of yourself that's actually very, very real. See, it's amazing because the way you receive life is all going to be born out of the way you perceived it. The way I like to say it is the way you describe yourself right now in this moment, you are prescribing out there for you to go ahead and experience life from that perception. okay? What I want you to understand is if you can place your conscious awareness inside of an identity, okay, where that identity is not dealing with blocks or limitations or whatever the hell they're dicking around with, and you are completely different, man. You are completely different. You are far from the same. Matter of fact, same as the enemy. Put that in the comments. That version of yourself is so far out of your conscious awareness that the only thing that you are being is that version of yourself that you wish you could be, right? If I gave you a mask, if I gave you a super suit, and maybe even some superpowers, you might be like, yeah, that's easy for Superman. He's got freaking superpowers. Yeah, but you have the consciousness. You have conscious awareness, which is the greatest power known to fucking man. You can be, do, and have anything you'd like to be, do, and have. And what if it's never been about becoming anything? What if it's just been about holding not just the feeling of the wish fulfilled, but the perception of it? What if delusionality is actually real and everything that you have gone through or are looking at is actually an illusion? What if what you're actually seeing is the Matrix? What if you are the Matrix, and based off of what you've been led to believe is exactly what you've been led to receive, perceive, and again, receive? See, there's so much wisdom and insight at which I'm giving to you, but I want to give you a framework, right? If you don't know what a framework is, okay, how can I take this information, this concept, and put it into a strategic way of implementation that's going to lead me to a specific result? That's called a framework. I'm giving you a frame to work so that you can get that result. And what I want you to understand is the reason why this framework is going to work for you is because this is what I teach everyone. This is what I've done with myself. This is what I teach my 4-year-old. This is what I'm teaching my high-end clients. The only thing that's going to hold you away from being able to see the result, my friend, is your lack of discipline and your lack of focus, okay? Focused discipline on consciously controlling your awareness. If you can do all of that, the rest will take care of itself. Transformation formula. Put each step inside the comments for me. Stage 1 and step 1, awareness. What are you aware of? Stage 2, what is the intention? Oh, I'm aware that my clients blow and I'm not having a good time. What is the intention? To have clients that rock and that are raging fans and I love doing work with. To have a family that absolutely adores me and acknowledges me for everything that I put in. I have a relationship that is thriving and that is healthy. Whatever the intention is, that's in the awareness of having the understanding that that's not what it is. So, first is awareness. Second is intention. Third is decision. What you're going to do is you're going to decide that you're not going to react the same way that you have. Yeah, it's called pattern recognition. And that's exactly how we are going to repattern the unconscious mind so that you can actually have access to your subconscious mind. Everybody's talking about subconscious. No one is mentioning anything about your unconscious. Now let's pause really quick. If you are unconsciously operating in the energy of lack, not having, worried out, fear, shame, because your awareness is on what you are not having, what you are not experiencing, that is exactly why you continue to manifest the same exact life in the same exact day, in the same exact experiences over and over and over again. It's because what is unconscious or subconscious has been operating the same. So what you're going to do is next time that you are triggered, or next time that you are worried, or next time that the inner you is unconsciously doing something or having you do something, you're going to catch yourself in that act. Then you're going to hit pause, and then you're going to observe yourself, and then now comes that decision part. You're going to decide to do the other thing. Yeah, literally, you're going to decide not to do the thing that has been getting or giving the same result. Then discipline comes in. You have got to incorporate the discipline to catch your unconscious activities, habits, or patterns, repattern, introduce new habits on a consistent basis, make the decision, and then enforce it with the discipline. And when you consistently do this, well then, my friends, I just scientifically gave you the formula of transformation, or in other words, the formula of manifestation. Because you manifest what you are, not what you want. So if you are, listen to my words, unconscious consciously operating on the same patterns and habits, what if I told you it's the pattern and habits that you unconsciously and subconsciously are automatically integrating on a day-to-day basis that has been creating the reality that you experience? Does that have anything to do with healing? Does that have anything to do with worrying? Does that have anything to do with being in the same consciousness that was causing the problem? You see what's going on here? I'm going to have you introduce an alternate identity, an alternate ego at which you operate from, because that version of yourself and that conscious awareness and decision to operate from that energy, that magnetism, it is at that point, my friend, that's when everything starts to open onto you. You want to know why? Because now you're manifesting the reality that is that identity. Law of correspondence, as within, so without. Law of cause and effect. You are changing the effect in your reality by signaling a new cause. Law of I am, or law of manifestation. You manifest what you are, not what you want. It's corresponding all of these laws together. Law of assumption. You want to know how to get to law of assumption? Be the identity where the assumption is automatic. It's an unconditioned, unconscious, automatic conditioning and alignment. See, nobody's breaking this down this way because nobody understands it this way. So congratulations on you if you've made it this far into my video. And if you have made it this far into my video, I'd like to invite you to place your name inside of my waitlist and or join the next upcoming masterclass. It's going to be a banger. Anyway, find the details right down there. Back to what I'm saying here for you. The way you change is you choose. Listen to me. Choose, not change. If you can choose how to describe your current expression and experience of this moment, you are prescribing what exactly you are going to experience. But if you're trying to describe this moment while being in the consciousness of which you do not have, well, my friend, you put the cart before the horse. So, okay, Master Johnson, how do I get to a point where I'm not triggered? Because sometimes it just starts happening so fast. Yeah, it's called being more present in the present moment rather than in the anxiety of your future or in the worry or regret of your past. In other words, come home, right here. Get your breathing into control. Get your body moving. Introduce new habits of that identity. The goal isn't to read the book. The goal is to become a book reader, right? The goal isn't to get to the gym. The goal is to incorporate a healthy lifestyle. Do you see what's going on here? The goal isn't to make more money. The goal is to be a walking expression of success, right? The goal isn't to pay the bills at the end of the month. The goal is to be the individual that automatically doesn't have to think about financial insecurity. And in order for all of us to be able to get there, it all comes from two words. Are you ready? Conscious awareness. So let me bring it home for you. Let me bring the trains back to the station for you. If you're enjoying this content, guys, do the things with the buttons. This channel's about to explode. Get with it before you get kicked out. I don't know if that makes any sense, but just rock with me. Transformation formula. You're going to want to implement that pretty much immediately. Awareness, intention, decision, discipline. See how that goes. Okay. The other thing, alternate ego. You're not going to be able to fix your problems while being in the same consciousness of that problem. You have to be able to choose a different awareness and or identity where it does not belong to that consciousness, okay? And I'll highlight it with a visual example. I want you to think back in the day when you were a kid trying to complete a puzzle. And for some reason, this puzzle piece, either you were missing it, you lost it, or it just was not fitting. Remember how frustrated that would get? Think about playing a video game and you keep on dying exactly at the same exact spot. You've been trying to beat the level, beat the boss for, I kid you not, what seems like 4 hours. And you just get so invigorated and so frustrated and you just start losing it. You start to become more impatient. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to take a break. You go have some lunch, you go out, play at the park, you go, talk to mom, do your thing, whatever. And then you come back from a different state of mind, state of being, and then first 2 tries, it's done. Why? It's because you're not in the consciousness of the problem. You're in the awareness of the solution. You are in a vessel that is willing to be able to receive the idea, receive the intuitional guidance. When you are in alignment, my friend, that's what keeps everything aligned. So, no more healing for you, okay? No more, I have to do this in order to receive that, okay? No more, I'm going to go ahead and go on this thing if I need to gather all the information before I make a decision. No. Your life is not meant to be escaped, my friend. It's meant to be experienced right now, here, because this is the only moment, and this is right where you are. So if you can consistently renew your mind with the strength of the Lord, or in other words, the strength of the law, and then you get to tell your consciousness exactly who you are and discipline that, well, then the rest will take care of itself. I guarantee it. I've seen it happen. I have it proven. Give it a try. And you know what? Let me hold you accountable. If you're going to try your alter ego, I want you to put your alter ego's name inside of the comments, right? What is your favorite superhero? What is the alter ego? What exactly is it? You know, I'll tell you this real quick and then I'll let you go. My woman's name, her middle name is Elise, right? Super pretty, yeah? Her first name is Heather, okay? So sometimes there's Heather, and then other times there's Elise. And you know, it can be that simple. It doesn't need to be a superhero. It can be if you want it to be, but if you can get past that, it may feel silly, it may feel a little weird, but you know what? It's going to be necessary for your development. It's going to be necessary for your growth, and you're going to be able to see exactly what I'm teaching you and exactly what I'm telling you in this moment. Select and craft a new identity. And then remember, it's not about changing, it's about choosing the description, the perception that that individual has, and then moving that, accepting that, aligning to that, choosing to move forward with that, and then watching how, because you are, everything is. And that is why, my friend, I say, because I am, everything is. So much to take away from this video. I'm very much looking forward to bringing you more content on these high-level mental concepts and making it make sense for you so that you're going to have a better business, you're going to have a thriving love life, and most importantly, you can be happy. Just like these kids in my neighborhood, yeah? Pretty good. Once again, you are not the victim to your reality, my friends. You are simply the architect to it. But it's going to need a master architect. I am Master Johnson, and you are a master in training. Feel free to go ahead and check the links inside the description. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Until then, my friend, be well, stay focused, and stay aligned. I'll see you soon.